Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. We've been reviewing multiple documents that were released by the city of Moscow on July 23rd, 2025, never before seen by the public, that come from the Moscow Police Department's investigation files. The document that I would like to address with you and discuss and give opinions on is sequence number 132. This is prepared by Officer Nate Rosendahl. It is dated January 29th, 2023. The narrative subject is release of dog from shelter. And it states here, on November 13th, 2022, at around 1800 hours, I was tasked with releasing a dog from the Humane Society to its owner, JD. The dog had been transported earlier in the day from 1122 King Road to the Humane Society by LCSO Deputy Olson. I released the dog to D without incident and gave the impound paperwork to Captain Lanier. No BWC. We see at the bottom of this document, I certify or declare under penalty of perjury pursuant to the law of the state of Idaho that the foregoing is true and correct. And it's signed by Officer Rosendahl, January 29th, 2023, and reviewed and apparently approved by Sergeant Gunderson, February 8th, 2023. A few observations regarding this document. First, November 13th, 2022, at around 1800 hours, is equivalent to 6 p.m. on the day of the tragedies, November 13th, 2022. Moscow Police Department, according to documents that have been released to the public, arrived on scene at 1122 King Road at approximately 11:58 a.m. on November 13th, 2022. So this is just over 6 hours later that Officer Rosendahl appears to be stating that he was tasked with releasing a dog to its owner, JD. The issue regarding no BWC, this, I believe, refers to no body-worn camera footage of this exchange, seems to suggest, and I'm giving my opinion only, that by that time, JD was no longer considered a possible person of interest in the case, even though it was determined by multiple people, including JD himself, that he'd been in a relationship with Kaylee, one of the victims. And I'm going to further give my opinion without making any suggestion at all of anyone's involvement in the case, much less JD. But it's usually, in my opinion, a well-documented principle that law enforcement will look at an ex or a current person who's involved with a victim with very skeptical eyes, and will do a lot, and it will take a long time, many times, before an ex or a current person involved with a victim is cleared. It appears here that by the time of this exchange that the Moscow Police Department was not looking at JD, because, in my opinion, if they were, Officer Rosendahl's body cam would have been on recording that incident to see body language, to learn of any statements that may have been made, how Murphy reacted when he saw JD, and other related matters. And again, I'm giving my opinion here under the First Amendment to the United States Constitution. If you have any comments or feedback, please leave it here. Until next time, my name's Kathy. Thanks for joining us today.